when I think of Prayer Summit, I can't help but think of the disciples in the book of Acts who got together in the room and they prayed. Well, I think this is like an upper room experience where you take yourself away from the world and gather with others, and there's a really unique, close fellowship that develops when people are centered on prayer. I've been to probably 4 or 5 prayer summits from New Jersey here in New York, as many as maybe 50 to 70, and as few as 5, but still that aspect of fellowship is clearly evident in there where you can really focus on what the pastor needs to do, and that is prayer. We say we're too busy. Well, if we're too busy to pray, then we're really too busy, and getting away at a situation like that really helps to focus our ministry on what's really important and connects us with other pastors who have a burden for ministry as well. And that type of fellowship, I think, can only be really experienced when you go to a prayer summit like that.
All right. Hi, I'm Dave Wickens. I'm the pastor of the Clymer and North Clymer United Methodist Churches, and I had the blessing of being at the last prayer summit in February, and it was a blessing for me because I'm new to the county. I just came less than 2 years ago, and it was a chance to pray for the county, to get to know the needs and the opportunities, and truly spend time in fellowship and in unity with the Lord and our brothers and sisters in faith. And so it was a wonderful opportunity. I'd encourage anyone to take advantage of it, both to pray for the county and spend time in the Lord's midst, to pray blessings for the county, and to truly be blessed by coming. So I'm looking forward to coming to it, and I hope I'll see some of you folks there as well.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jim Pagan. I'm from the Findlay Lake United Methodist Church, and I have had the privilege of attending 2 different prayer summits, one in Canandaigua Lake at the Laterno Conference Center, and one last winter at Camp Findlay. And I have to tell you that, as you can see, there's always something going on. I either have emails to do or papers to write or somebody that needs me for something, and I'm always on the go as a pastor, and you know what that's like. There are times when I have to admit that I need to be refilled, and when I need that, I need to get away with God. And the opportunity to go to a prayer summit means that I can do that along with some other people that need to get alone with God too, together. It sounds like a strange idea, getting alone with God together, but that's sort of what it is. I find that it's very encouraging to meet with other people who are just crying out to God for help to get through this. So often I'm slugging it out, just trying to do ministry, and quite often I feel like I'm doing it on my own strength and my own power. I need to realize sometimes that it's not about that. It's what God can do when we surrender ourselves, maybe for a couple of days, maybe for 3 days, to just get away and seek His face and pray. I have found both occasions to be a blessing to me. I've met new people, I've shared stories, tears, and all kinds of exciting possibilities with people as they seek the Lord together. I don't know what would cause any of you to want to go to a prayer summit, but I will tell you that we need those times to get away with God. And I would encourage you to consider coming to Camp Findlay in February to be refreshed and to be renewed and to have no other agenda than to just seek God together with other people who are calling on Him. We need this. The body needs this. And as pastors, there's nothing more important than staying connected with God. So God bless you, and I'll see you at camp.
Hi, my name is David Herr. I pastor the Lighthouse Christian Fellowship here in Westfield, New York. And my experience with the Prayer Summit was just last year, meeting with a number of other young men, older men, different age groups that came from different backgrounds, different denominations, but with one purpose: to seek the Lord and encourage one another and hear what God was saying to the body, and as pertains to our region, our county, and I felt it was very deepening in my relationship with the Lord, opening me up to other pastors to encourage them and be encouraged by them. Also a prolonged time to get away from the busy schedule and just be still and listen and hear what God is saying and reflect on His heart and His purposes and desires for our future. I do believe that there is a real drawing of the Lord in this area to turn back to Him and see Him do great things where we've experienced a lot of depression and a lot of hurt and emptiness. So I believe this year we'll just build on last year and encourage any pastor to join us for the duration. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Roy Miller, and I'm the director of the Better Place Incorporated. That's a ministry with a threefold purpose: to equip the church to be a house of prayer for the nations, to provide experiences of spiritual refreshment and renewal for pastors, and thirdly, to network the body of Christ for revival. The Better Place is the host organization of the prayer summit that's going to be held at Camp Finley this February on Monday the 9th through Wednesday the 11th. I've been to many of these prayer summits myself and have facilitated many over the years, and God willing, I will be facilitating the summit that's coming up this February. You've just heard from 4 different pastors as they've shared brief testimonials regarding their experience at the prayer summit that was at Camp Finley last year, and some of them were at other prayer summits. You heard first from Mel McGinnis, who is pastor of the Kyantone Congregational Church just south of Jamestown, New York. Then you heard from David Wickens, who pastors 2 different congregations, one at North Clymer and the other at Clymer, New York. Following him, you heard from Jim Pagan, who is pastor of the United Methodist Church at Finley Lake, just up the road from the camp where we're going to be. And then you heard from David Herr, who's in Westfield, New York, at the Lighthouse Christian Fellowship. If you check out the website of The Better Place, www.thebetterplace.org, you can find there more information about this upcoming prayer summit, as well as a printable page for sending in your registration. Thank you for taking time to watch these testimonials, and I just want to say that I hope I will see you at Camp Finley this February.